Your HP is your worst enemy. She ain't really your partner like she pretend to be. Know what's in you, but don't want to see you begin to be as great as you could be. So she do her best to regulate the latest shit you see. Filling your optics with toxic BS in your ears too. Do what she can to keep you focusing on the rear view. That misery got that chick on the mission. The last thing she want to see you do is get with some pimping. Let's go.
Bitch, you want all this pimping you can't afford. Perform like a punk, but want a winner's reward. Some suckers give you points, but bitch, you never scored. If you ain't paying pimping, then bitch, you getting ignored. Okay, I'm so sick of these.
Shout out to the real hoes, because it ain't really too many of y'all left in the game, man. You know, the number of real hoes active in the game is constantly dwindling, constantly minimizing. Y'all got to excuse my pimping. I had to get this squeeze bottle because it's all they had, man. But y'all know what kind of water I got to drink, right? But anyway, like I say, man, shout out to the real hoes. Because see, one thing about real hoes, if they got comrades in the game, they want to see their comrades happy. They fellow hoes that they cool with, that they got love for, they want to see them happy. Because they happy, they know what happiness feel like, so they want their HPs to be happy too, even though I don't really agree with the term HP. You dig? But hey, y'all claim them, so it is what it is. But yeah, you know, they want to see them happy. And you know, a real hoe know that one way that a hoe is gonna be happy is by choosing up with some pimping, some good pimping. So, you know, a hoe is gonna encourage her comrade in the game to choose up with some good pimping, right? You know, even if that means that they don't get to kick it like they used to, that they don't get to fuck off like they used to, that they don't get to smoke and drink and gossip and do a whole lot of unproductive activities together like they used to. Hey, it is what it is. She know her partner is happy, so it's all good, right? But you got these individuals in the game, right, that are just miserable to themselves. When it ain't nobody involved and it's just them and they self, it's misery going on, right? So misery loves company, as we know. So misery gon' come have a seat, come kick it with me. Misery gonna invite you to kick it every chance it get. You know, but it got to be on you to Barry Sanders, you know what I mean? You got to know how to do the swim move on that misery, you know what I mean? You got to know how to dodge that shit. Cause it's gonna be at you. You think Jehovah's Witness be at your door? Hey, misery gonna be at your door way more aggressively than the Jehovah's Witness, you know what I mean? Especially if you got a friend that's miserable, somebody that you cool with that's miserable. See, one thing about miserable people, like I've said before, they always available, they always want to talk, they always gonna listen to you, they funny, you know what I mean? They just some of the coolest people to kick it with, but because they miserable, they ain't doing nothing productive, and they ain't got no positivity to spread towards you. So, you know, when you kicking it with a miserable person, it's natural. You are what you eat, so it's natural for you to, you know, feed on some of that misery too. You know, and miserable HPs, hoe partners, you know, they just do all kind of things. Like, they might see you got some good potential action with a pimp, with a good pimp, you know, but they gonna do things to try to sabotage that. You know, they gonna come up with some gossip, they gonna come up with some slander, they gonna come up with something, anything they can to deter you from your decision to choose up with some pimping. You know, they gonna come up with some lies talking about what they done did. Oh, he free fucked on me, you know, all type of little stuff like that. You dig? If they see that you got some good action with a good lick, a good trick, you know what I mean, that just want to break you off, they gonna try to, you know, interfere with that. They gonna step on your toes, you know what I mean, they gonna short stop you, they gonna do all kind of stuff to sabotage your money, you know what I mean, but they gonna kick it with you, smoke and drink with you, fuck off with you every chance they get, you know what I mean? Every time you want to do it, they gonna be available for that. But when it comes to something productive, you know what I mean, if they got some certain type of game that could help amplify and enhance your hoeing, they not finna give you that game. They don't want to see you do better. They don't want to see you elevate. You know what I mean? They don't want to see you grow and be better. They want to keep you right where you at, which is right up under their thumb. They don't want you to come from under their thumb and end up being greater than them, bigger and better than them, happier than them. They don't want you to have any type of advantage over them, so they're going to try to keep you under their thumb as much as they can. Alcohol and drugs and weed and all that, that's a good way to keep you up under their thumb. You know what I mean? Gossiping about niggas is another good way to keep you up under their thumb. But hey, the miserable HPs, you know, that they're going to get you nowhere fast. Before you know it, you're going to be 50 years old and still partners with them, you know, talking about the good old days, but y'all be done not accomplished nothing in the game within your time in the game, 20, 30 years in the game, whatever the case may be. You know, y'all still some old hoes, still trying to get it together, you know what I mean? Way less desirable, you know what I mean? Speed done slowed down. Your horn ain't nearly as fast as it was. You don't want to be like that. You know, you want to get the most out the game while you can, while you in your prime. If you young in the game, this is the time to maximize the moment. This is the time to take your time seriously, because you are not going to be young forever. It's going to come a time where gravity is going to be fighting against you. Time is going to be fighting against you. You know what I mean? It's going to be a whole lot of things fighting against you. Right now, you got a lot of things in your favor. So you need to do the best you can while you can. And the best you can do while you can do is get with some pimping. You know what I mean? Be responsible with your choice, you know, and a big part of being responsible with your choice is wanting big things out the game, wanting more out the game than just for yourself. When you want to be a big and better blessing to others, you make much more informed and wise decisions, but that's a whole nother conversation. But the bottom line is, you should want to get with some good pimping, you dig? And leave them miserable chicks alone. Like I said, you know what I mean? Do the Barry Sanders, you know what I mean? Do the Bo Jackson, the Emmett Smith, you know what I mean? Dodge them hoes, you dig? At all costs. Let that marinate on your mind one time, freezes it. Put some of this good old love juice in your body like so. I'll holler.
Now come and take a sip of this game. Pour it down your ear and let it drip to your brain so you can run it up, run it up. And we'll be coming up, really coming up. Take a sip of this game, let it saturate your brain. Taylor, make your homework so we can match it with my name. Then attach it to your frame, right? Now you game tight. Ready, set, ho. You gon' check her back the same night. Now you breaking tricks and handling thousands, while these bitches on the blade doing the mannequin challenge. Standing there looking stupid cause they has no game to hit a trick